Right, behind me over there is a man in possession of what many people think is the most aesthetically pleasing and technically good golf swing in the game. Now, the last time we did a video with Rob, you guys loved it. The comments were popping off. So I've come to Rob's home course, so we're going to do a little practice session. Let's get stuck in. Oh, that was a good one, wasn't it? Rob.
Joe.
Good to see you, mate.
Morning, mate.
We are here at your home course, right? Little Aston?
Yeah, Little Aston, yeah.
So this is where you do most of your practice?
It's where I do my practice and my coaching now, yeah. It's a lovely spot.
So what we wanted to do, we had a great video out in Abu Dhabi last time I saw you. Slightly different weather, wasn't it? But this is equally as beautiful here. So what I want to do today is I want to go through what you would do in a typical practice session. Because you still look after your game, right? You still play some stuff and you're still working on, you've just been telling me beforehand, working on some other things in your game. Yeah. So you're still practicing. So I want to see what a typical Robert Rock practice session would look like now, and almost talk me through what you were doing when you were playing full time on the European tour. That would be great. Sound all right?
Yes, good, yeah, absolutely. Cool. Could be loads of bucket of balls, but it could be, a lot of the time it was a lot of filming, a lot of thinking about what I was doing, a lot of rewinding, watching swings again, trying to always move forwards with the swing to get it where I wanted to, and that just took a lot of stopping and starting. And now I know a bit more about my own swing and I understand it better. Now it's more putting it back into where I want it, using the notes and knowledge that I've sort of gained on my own game. Is what do I need to put in today to make it work if I'm playing a tournament this week, and it doesn't take me as long, thankfully.
So talking of clipping balls away, let's get going. So when you just turn up here, are you pre-stretched? Do you stretch here? Do you just not stretch? Are you someone who just gets into hitting shots and uses that as a stretch?
I didn't used to stretch before. I would just build the swing up slowly with a 6 or 7 iron.
Clip some away when we're talking. People want to see you hit balls.
Yeah,
right?
So nowadays I'm putting and before I would be just, my stretching would basically be rehearsing the swing in slow motion, just feeling where I'm trying to get to in the whole action. This bit at the end hurts a bit more than it used to, so that's what I'm wary of when I'm building it up. I've got to loosen up so that happens okay, and I have to do more shots in sort of a slow motion version like that to build up. I've already hit like 20 shots. Probably takes me more like 40 to get up to full speed.
I'm going to caddy for you as well, Rob. Give me that club.
Oh, you're not happy with that?
No, filthy. Let's get some proper shots.
Thank you.
So that would be a drill that you do. So obviously you set up a little station here for your swing plane and your alignment. Yeah,
it's a 7 iron. Trying to keep myself as close to the edge of this stick as possible so that this one's relevant. I'm trying to skim my way up that one and come down pretty close to it. Okay, cool. Hopefully over the top of it. And
is this something you would do at the start of a session, so you're kind of calibrating plane at this point and then you get onto some other stuff?
Yeah, well, when I was using irons, I had this here all the time. So it was a good reference. When I was playing tournaments, my takeaway was pretty much everything to me. And if that sort of flowed up that line, I played really nice.
I remember from Abu Dhabi, there's a couple of times when you were hitting shots where you'd get to there and you just wouldn't, you'd just stop and go again.
Because with this as a reference, I can sometimes feel that I'm going out away from it and trying to find it. Very rarely I go too inside and clatter it. So when I snatch the club away a little bit quicker, I can feel that it goes too far out, and then I'm trying to pull it back, and that's what messes me up. So I want to feel a really smooth incline to that, which I've done in various ways, to be fair. It's about finding what do I need to do to get this club head to, because the grip really isn't doing much, or the butt end of the club. I'm trying to get the club from pointing straight down at the ball to be pointing away from the target, and you can control that with all sorts really, so that varies. The position I'm after will always be the same, but how I actually get there is determined by what do I feel I need to move more on a particular day.
Cool, let's see it again then.
So I'll try and do it as slow as I can. Caught that a bit fat. And I don't really pay too much attention to how I'm hitting it.
You're just finding positions.
I'm just trying to get comfy with building the backswing up. Okay. Then when that flows a bit easier, then I start trying to put the other bits into play.
So you're not sort of counting balls in, you're not going, I hit 10, 20 using this, then I move on to this. This is a feel thing for you. When you start to feel, okay, that's good, then you might remove that.
Yeah, I only move on when it feels good and looks good.
Okay, cool.
So it's got to feel good from here while I'm taking the club away. It's got to feel like it's going back smoothly. It's got to look good from there and from there.
So you'd be in a session now that you just turned up, you'd be recording this, you'd be constantly referring back to what you're seeing and cross-referencing.
I mean, you've got two cameras here. I'd generally do it one. I'd have one camera there, and when it starts to feel nice from this view, I check it. If it feels nice from there, then I go this side. Okay. Does it marry up with what I think? Loads of early days, this side would look great, that side looked terrible. Got to start again. This
is the stuff that's fascinating, because but keep clipping away, but people, when they watch your golf swing, it's so fluid, it's so natural, it looks like you were just born swinging it like that. What people
so that
don't
went
understand,
out and in then?
saw it. We picked that up on the camera. So people don't understand what sound that was, by the way. That was pretty. People don't understand the level of work and maintenance that's going in to make something look as easy as you're making it look. Right?
It is not my natural swing.
Because going back to your early career, maybe you saying something like you sort of figured out early on that what your current technique wasn't going to cut it. It wasn't going to take you to where you wanted to be. So that was kind of when you started those 7, 8 all-day practice sessions, right? To get you to where you want to be. And was that independent research?
Yeah. And it was just watching other players. I thought, I just can't do that. Watched some other great players play different shots that I couldn't play. This is good, isn't it? This? And I thought, well, if I'm going to be a proper pro and understand my job and my craft proper, I've got to be able to do 99%
what was it specifically that you can do? You say shots you couldn't hit. Was it strikes? Was it?
It was strike of irons. It was consistency of a starting line. It was a shape, something that was basically attacking flags.
Yeah, okay.
Right? You've got to be able to home your iron shots into some degree, in your medium to short irons. They've got to start going close. Yeah. Not long irons, right? I don't think I've played with anyone that's great with long irons. No one hits long irons tap-ins really, very often. I could probably count some of my memorable long irons, but I didn't do it very often. I hit lots of 6, 7s, 8, 9s close, but not really 3s and 4s.
Okay, cool. Let's hit another one of these.
But it was about me also being aware that my putting probably wasn't going to be my strongest part. That never bothers me, by the way.
I know, you brought that up off camera, so that's kind of, because where you're setting this up, I see a lot of people setting this kind of drill up and they're moving the ball kind of like 3 or 4 inches this way. You've got loads of leeway. So
it's got to be tight to match that.
Because it makes that irrelevant, right?
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise you've got to keep moving that. So I'd keep hitting out of a hole. Okay. Because I knew this was set up right. So on tour practice areas where I didn't have enough room to move back a lot. Couldn't move side to side because somebody front and back. So I'd end up just hitting out of holes like that because I knew that it was all right. And I wasn't really paying attention too much to the shot. It didn't really matter.
Another bit of tour source here while Rob's clipping this away. I see many men with a graphite design Tour AD alignment stick. That's a big flex, everyone.
Just for you, Joe.
Big flex. Like very flashy, this guy. Flush.
So I also knew that this bit, being so close, and I was trying to fade it, I was going to skim it. So I didn't mind that.
Cool, so let's assume now we're in the position, we've checked the camera, you're in a position where you're feeling things are good now. Are you moving that out the way? You're moving everything out the way? Would you get into a point now where you're just kind of like, I'm going to hit some shots, I'm going to shape some? Is that what you do next, or where do you go after that?
Very rarely did that.
Okay.
I trusted that what I'd set up and measured, if you like, or saw on the video, that it would make me hit a little fade. Okay. And it generally did. If I got it all right, like all the viewpoints of it, and I was taking a nice divot, cutting across it tiny little bit, they should fade while I'm doing this. Yeah. So I paid attention to some of the shots at the end, and I may have taken that out when I wanted to be a little bit more rhythmical and...
Yes, that's what I'm getting at. So I guess this would be classed as kind of like, I never get the terminology right, but like block practice, technique work, right?
This was swing building for me that I felt like I had to redo every Monday.
Okay, but then so say Monday, halfway through that session, that's it. That's what you do. You're just rebuilding, recalibrating this technique. You're not then going, I'm going to discard those, I'm going to hit some shots, I'm going to shape some, I'm going to do this. You're still just staying in.
Yeah, I'm staying in this zone because I knew if I did this on a Monday, and however long some nice days it only took the morning's work, and I went home thinking, well, that last tournament I played okay. Checked it on the Monday morning and it wasn't far off. A few little tweaks in the setup and the takeaway, maybe a little bit later on, and I'd work through it nicely and there wasn't a lot to do. Then I would give myself a bit of a break and not hit so many balls on the Monday, knowing that I'm then going to go out on Tuesday, or I'm flying Monday night, or I'm flying Tuesday morning. Then I've got to see whether the swings made it on the flight over with me, which is a funny thing, but often it didn't. Often it felt amazing at home on Monday, and then just the environment of being at a tournament and trying to redo this setup at a tournament didn't feel the same.
Let's clip a couple more, right? So in terms of, I don't see, I mean, obviously we've got a guide here for club path and swing point. Are you someone who, obviously your fundamentals, when we look at everything from a face-on point of view, which we'll show you now, your grip, which only you use the Golf Pride line grip stuff, which I think help get you in a nice neutral position. All we've spoken about here is what's in your brain of this position and this takeaway. Fundamentals of alignment, of grip, of posture, is that something you're always looking at on camera as well, or is that just now ingrained with you? It's
because of all because of this. I would have my caddies check my alignment once I got to on the course stuff. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing to alignment here, is it? It's already done for me. So it was one variable that needed checking once I got out on the course, where there's nothing, no reference points to me. A lot while I'm doing this in practice sessions at home, I would be coming back here just trying to picture the alignment stick and this as a plane, so that I could walk into it and kind of build it into my pre-shot routine, which sometimes I managed to do on the course, but when the takeaway and the alignment felt nice, the game was easy. But as soon as I had hitting the ball was easy. As soon as I had a doubt about my alignment, that changes this. So if I'm thinking I'm there, but I'm here, or the other way around, this has got to move. And that put me off. So I did easily put myself off.
Interesting. Well, I'm still trying to get to the bottom of this session. So we've done our maintenance work. We're happy with takeaway. We're happy with what's going on here. Is that literally, like you just said, the Jack Nicklaus, right, cool, I'm good, I'm moving on? Are you not even clipping any drivers?
I'll hit some drivers, yeah. I'll change this, I'll shift the angle of this.
Can we do that?
Hit some drivers. Yeah, we might break stuff, but we'll try it today.
That's fine.
Yeah. So
I've got a club repair shop, we can sort that out.
Can we sort that right?
Yeah, we can sort that right out.
So, like my Little Aston head cover?
I do, that's beautiful. I'm actually going to pick one of these up. I told you I got a little Jones bag yesterday, and that's going to look great on it, a little vintage look.
I'll treat you to one of them, mate.
Oh, what a man, what a man. You got that on camera, right?
I'll treat you to one of them.
There's also, we'll show a little B-roll of it now, a lovely little Sounder Sunday bag.
Clutch tortillas,
in the studio.
What teas should we use?
We've got a lot going on. You
take
your pick. I bet you've got some lovely teas, haven't you?
I've got a nice little tea bag as well, haven't I? Look.
She's gorgeous, yeah.
Halmstad, and when I got them, Himmerland, Clutch.
Come on then, let's have a little look at how you would recalibrate this.
So I need to do this on video, but I'm going to trust you to help me do this.
Okay, well that's not a wise move.
No, probably not. But
let's give it a whirl.
So again, I might cut myself a little more slack with the driver, because it's not easy, is it?
And this is the first one.
And in truth, coming slightly underneath this with the driver is no big deal.
You big wuss. He's got that basically horizontal.
I've put it floated light on the ground. I wouldn't do many of these. Okay. Right, I want to make sure that the swing moves feel the same, gives me a slightly different position at the top because it's the driver, but I want the takeaway to feel nice.
And I would assume the work you're doing with 7-iron is going to bleed into this.
It should be the same.
Yeah.
I might only do a handful of these.
Cool, okay.
Once everything's organised and pretty good, there'd be previous days, like in the early 2000s, I'd get the 6-iron looking good, driver, oh my God, it looks horrendous. So now I'm starting again. And it looks horrendous from the front, more importantly. I used to bend my left arm lots and used to hate it. So you can't see that so clearly from down the line. So that's why I'm constantly doing both views, because the bending was the fault that I hated. The line wasn't always terrible. I dropped it back and shallowed it too much. I didn't like that. It's been a big fad, but I hated it. Okay. Nothing good in that, I don't think. And it's something I do, and I don't really want too much of it. Lay it down too flat, it's no good. So I'd constantly be thinking about what's it going to look from there and what's it going to look like from there. Is this feeling better? So I had to try and marry two images up in my head at the same time, which is quite difficult.
Just as you're clipping these away, I want you to think about, because what you said there about bent left arm, a lot of people at home will have that problem. I've got that problem, so I'd love to know what you did to rectify that.
It's not such a big problem. I made it a bigger problem than it was.
In your head?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hated it. I could feel it.
Because some people think an extra lever isn't necessarily
it kind
the
of
end
is,
of the world, right?
I used to drive it brilliant with a bent left arm.
Right, okay.
Right.
Okay, scrap
I
that.
felt like that was the reason why I couldn't strike my irons really, really well.
Got you.
Probably wasn't.
Okay.
So, but I didn't like the look of it. And the fact that I couldn't fix it irritated me. Okay. So it became a thing to do. Unnecessary thing to do, maybe. I should have spent more time on putting than the bent left arm.
Aim pointing.
Aim pointing, exactly.
Well, I think we only need one of those, Rob.
That was pretty good, yes. If I'd done that after a
yeah.
session and it looked right, I'd be like, I'm done, brilliant. But those days were few and far between.
Go on, do it again. Show me it wasn't a fluke. But I think there's some great lessons in it.
You can't do two in a row.
You must be able to. You're Robert Rock.
You've got to quit.
It's Robert Rock. You must
one.
be able to. So there's some good lessons in here for me.
But that could have been great, right? But if it weren't right at the top and it didn't look right from there, I'm still going.
We're not stopping. I'm not showing you that. Just assume it was good, right?
But this could, I'll be wasting my time now, couldn't I?
So that's a very good point. But I guess the lesson here for a lot of people at home is that rather than that, yeah, that's really good, by the way.
There's a bit I can't do now, which I hate, is the fact that my right leg skips forwards because my back hurts.
Rob, calm down. It looks great.
Huh?
There's
like you got to bank it in a bit better than that. Haven't you?
The lesson in here is that search for me. There's so many people trying a different swing thought every week, going for a lesson with their club pro, then a lesson with someone else, and getting all these different things ahead. Once you get, like you've said, you've found your key to what your checkpoints and what makes your swing work. Do it to death and never deviate away from it, and in no time your swing will look like that. And
start to actually enjoy what you've got. And I wish I'd enjoyed my swing a bit more. And actually, in the end, I was really happy with what it turned out. But I think it was good from probably 2008 onwards.
But I guess that self-critical part of you wouldn't have got to where you got.
No, I
if
wouldn't
you
have got
didn't
there.
Have it, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't have got there. That's true.
Okay.
I could have had somebody blowing smoke.
I could do that for you right now.
I should have employed you to do that, and then that would have made me feel better. Not bad. Just slightly faster would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if we could speed it up a bit. I mean, let's go steady. You're getting,
can
any younger.
You like speed it
we
up
can
a little
do that
bit?
in the
You can
post
do that
edit
for me, can't you? Yeah, brilliant.
Right, give us one more, Rob, and then we're going to wrap this up. That is absolutely fantastic.
I didn't mention this. I used to do this off AstroTurf with no tee.
Okay.
Just so that, because you can't tee it up on a mat. At home, it was on an artificial putting green where I didn't have a tee, and I couldn't be bothered to keep bending over teeing it up.
Start doing driver off
So
deck.
I just kept doing it off the deck because I could hit it off the same place, and I wasn't bothered where it went because it went into a net.
And I guess the side benefit of that is the precision of strike you need to do that. You're training something else.
Strike was good,
right?
and it helped me keep myself from tilting too far back, which I thought was one of the reasons why I was bending.
Because you bottom out too early?
Yeah, I could bottom out too early, yeah. So I would do them all like this. But I'm not going to do one of these because I'll probably top it.
No, you're going to do it now.
You are. But it's easier like that. I would do that, and I would just. I probably topped hundreds of them, but I was just building a swing with a ball to hit at, not trying to hit a shot. Because you can make a practice swing and make that look nice, but as soon as there's something to hit, it changes, doesn't it? So I didn't care really what driver shot was hitting at the time. I just wanted a ball to swing at some sort of pace to make sure that things are lined up and I actually struck it all right. So I did hundreds, thousands like that.
So we've got our alignment sticks down, we've got your plane set up. Are you, other than this, are you a training aid sort of a guy? Do you use anything else to kind of get stuff? We've got Liam from TRS here, just chucking in training aids.
We've got TRS everything. We're going to just... I didn't use a load of training aids, to be honest, but I mean, these were what do you call these training aids or not, they're just sticks, aren't they, right? But part of the process for me later on was trying to maximise my practice time and make it more efficient, because I couldn't hit the thousands of balls I wanted to hit. So when we talked about my takeaway, and the takeaway really was the key part for me, but building it up to the top and the transition, obviously transition's like major, isn't it, in the swing, to make sure everything's working properly. And one day I was trying to think a bit further ahead, and I wanted to be sure my right arm was doing a certain job at the top so that I could think further into the downswing to see if my idea was going to work. So I bought a load of seatbelt off eBay and a couple of clips and made this, right? And the idea was I wanted my arm to be...
So just backtrack, you literally just bought seatbelt off eBay?
I bought seatbelt off eBay and some plastic clips, pretty much close to what we've got, other than the nice fancy bit that Liam did to it in the end. So I one seatbelt strapped around the chest, because I tried putting a glove under my arm, right? Didn't like how that felt, and it didn't do the job that I wanted it to do. Okay. Tried the towel under the arm drill, which is basically the same thing, and that doesn't work either, because it just keeps your arms fixed in one point, which I don't think they should be doing. So I made this bit to give you a little bit of room and a tiny gap. Okay. Yeah, so it's not wedged to me like it would have to be if I've tucked this under there, right? So this has got like what we got there, like 3 or 4 millimeter gap, and the ability for it to move. So it's on a level with my chest, and I wanted my right arm to be able to do that to its basically maximum range of motion going backwards whilst it was flexing. Okay. Right, so I wanted to be able to get my right arm folded, and I wanted to get the arm around my body as far as I could without it drifting up off my side.
Sure.
Because I wanted to get the order of the downswing better. So I wanted my right arm to be the furthest point behind me at the top, not pinned in front of me.
Yeah.
So it became the last thing to come down in the order of the downswing.
But not floating, like you said.
But not floating. So if I let it go way behind me with my right arm sticking miles out behind, I knew that was no good, because the elbow would get stuck coming down.
Yeah.
So I wanted it to be in order, but also relatively close and have some relationship to my body turn.
And you hit shots with this, right? This isn't just a...
Yeah, it was me trying to go ahead like a month's worth of work. So if I strap this close to me, I can keep going in the backswing, knowing that it's within certain boundaries, but I can stretch my backswing out more, because I was getting a bit older and less flexible. So I didn't want to just let my right arm go loose and go anywhere, but I wanted to stretch it further back. So I wanted that to go deep as far as I could, so that then when I unwound my body, I could give myself more time for my shoulders to unwind, because one of the faults that I had was that the shoulders didn't unwind quick enough. Okay. And if the arms come down too soon, you haven't got time for your shoulders to open up. So that was the idea.
Sync that up.
So this was to get the arm behind, feeling a bit more behind my shoulder, and then use my shoulder turn to then create space for my right arm to fit into on the way down. And as a little bit of a byproduct, it kept it quite nice and organised on the way through, but that wasn't the original intention. Okay.
Yeah, that looked pretty good, didn't it?
And it does feel pretty much like what my swing normally feels like.
Whereas if you were using a towel or tying a rope around yourself, or the glove,
it's not
restricted,
realistic,
right?
Yeah, it's not realistic. Got to be tight around your chest so it doesn't give you too much room, and it's got to sit level. Beautiful. And I did notice that I actually started to hit some really good shots with this on, and I found a pretty good rhythm with it, and it did do what I wanted it to do, was the bottom line. So we ended up making it.
Do we need to, next time you're playing a tournament, do we need to take your sweater off and check you haven't got it on underneath there?
I can keep this one underneath, can't I? Hey? Just hold the belly in a little bit. For most people, the follow-through part will be the more restrictive feeling. The backswing should be okay.
And if it doesn't feel okay, chances are you're doing something wrong, right?
Yeah, and then, I mean, it's only to give you a feeling of how close the arms can be to the body while still getting a full swing in. It shouldn't make the swing too short. And it's a bit like Ben Hogan's drill of having he had his arms strapped together sometimes, and he had his arms strapped to his chest with a belt, I believe, to try and get that and that relationship, which you see in his swing, where his elbows, the right elbow folds in nicely into his side coming down, but then he refolds this left arm really well. That's something I haven't been able to do, but I wanted to be able to do, is to get that to fold quickly like that without the wrist having to do that. The elbow folds better on the way through, you get a better release up the plane, I think, but I haven't managed to quite train myself to do that.
Cool.
Rob, that is absolutely fascinating stuff. There's some really good lessons there. Everyone can take something different from that. Really appreciate that. People really want to see. I hope we've not spoken too much over that, because I wanted to just get loads of Rob Rock swings, because that's what people want to see. And if I have spoken too much over that, I apologise. Cue a really nice cinematic slow-mo montage of Rob